How do you guys feel about how you performed in your first two playoff games, and what's been kind of inside the locker room or on the practice field the challenge that you guys have kind of put forth to each other about playing a complete game on Sunday?
Yeah, it was always bittersweet for both those games, because obviously you're so happy and excited that you won the game and you're able to advance and doing the things necessary to win the game, but also knowing that that's not our standard, for defensive play that ever since I've been here, and so that's something that's been a point of emphasis. I think we obviously have to play our best game going into this game to have a chance to win it all, and we've been trying to shore things up and making sure we're preparing as hard as we can.
Right along those lines, John Lynch and Steve Wilkes said that some of the effort was handled internally, and Kyle just said that you guys have players that are okay being told what to do. With that in mind, have you seen a shift, and is that what makes this team get better and better, that people are not afraid to be criticized?
Yeah, I love our mindset right now. I think guys are going about the work the exact right way this week. That has been handled in house, and I think we'll be ready to go and fully prepared for Sunday.
Fred, Zach Swartz here with the Big 12. Obviously didn't play in the Big 12, but how excited are you to see BYU step up into that conference and watch them continue to compete? And would you be willing to say that you are a member of the Big 12 at this point?
Yeah, I do claim them now. Obviously, being a BYU Cougar, and super excited and always cheering for them going into the Big 12 and being able to compete with the best. I think that was the plan all along, was wanting to compete at the highest level, and so I'm always rooting for them.
Hi, Fred, on your right. We did get an announcement about a game in Madrid coming up. Is that something you'd like to be a part of as a player? And what do you make of the continued international expansion of the NFL? The Eagles were recently announced as a designated team for the game in Sao Paulo.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Anytime we get to play international, I think playing last year in Mexico was a super awesome experience to be a part of. Playing in Madrid would be awesome, and just anytime we can continue to expand the fan base outside of the U.S., it's always a great deal.
Hi, Fred. Good afternoon. Federico Vera from Mexico.
Thank you.
Hey, what's Mike Shanahan leadership style like, and how does he motivate you guys, mainly that ones who played 4 years ago against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, Coach Kyle, he's a great head coach. Obviously, the best that I've been around, the only NFL head coach I've been around, but he's been awesome. And the way that he coaches is just super honest, and just knows how to completely paint the picture through the tape. It's not just saying words. He shows you exactly what it's supposed to look like, what it's not supposed to look like, and he's just such a brilliant mind to be able to teach football, offensively, defensively, and special teams to allow us to be well prepared for each and every game.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask that you've been around a lot. You've been there, done that. In a game like this, where there's so many different variables, this week, the Super Bowl halftime show being longer. I mean, how can you, having been there, done that yourself, impact the rest of the locker room who might not have been there and done that before?
Yeah, I mean, I was blessed the first time around back in 2019, 2020 Super Bowl to be around a lot of really great veterans, a lot of really great leaders. Richard Sherman, Joe Staley. Guys that have been there and done it, and kind of hearing from them how the game was and the week leading up to it. Had me fully prepared as just a young second-year player. I feel like I was fully prepared for the moment. And this time around, being able to be that veteran now, having gone through it, and knowing that like what it's going to take, because I've been on the other side of it where we were sad at the end of it. Now I want to be on the right side of things. So just kind of just reiterating to the guys to stay focused. Obviously, all this stuff is cool and all, but we still got to play football at the end of the day on Sunday.
Fred, obviously you have your own defensive rules that dictate coverages, but when you're dropping back into coverage in the middle of the field and it's Patrick Mahomes, how much does he change the calculus in terms of like how deep you drop, how tight you squeeze those windows with everything he can do with the ball?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a really special player. I think the things that he does, playing and play out, he obviously can do a lot of different things in terms of extending the play. He has a great connection with his players, specifically Travis, and knowing exactly where he's going to be, finding open space, And so, you might be more used to having your eyes on the quarterback and being able to read him, but you have to have awareness for where the receivers are on the field at all times. And he's obviously going to break the pocket and do those sort of things. Being able to plaster guys late in the down, it's like playing two different plays in one. That's what makes it so hard with him.
Good afternoon, Daniel Ocelli for La Perrada in Mexico. You played long enough in the NFL to sense and feel when a momentum shift is coming. It happened a couple of times for you guys positively on the playoffs. How does Coach Shanahan deal with it when it's coming your way, when it's happening your way? And how does he deal with it when he senses it going the other way? When you feel the other team get a momentum shift, get a break, how does he handle that? And how do you handle it on the sideline with the more unexperienced players?
Yeah, I think momentum is real. It's a real thing. I don't think it's all on one person at all. Coach Shanahan, he has a job to do out there just as every single other person out there has to do. I think for me, just continuing to keep the guy's head, keep the head straight on during the game, regardless of what's going on. You got to worry about the next play. You can't think about what's happened in the past in the game. The only thing that you can affect is whatever that next play going forward. We have a next play, best play mentality, regardless of where we're at in the game. I think when we do that, we have the best results possible.
Hi, Fred. American Football Community, Belgium. You haven't missed a game in your career. They say that the best ability is availability. How does that contribute to your success as a player and a leader of the defense?
I wish that was fully true. I had missed one game back in 21. That was hard for me. I tried to come back that week. I had a strained hamstring. But that is my one blemish. I think it's been awesome. I've been blessed, by the man upstairs to be able to stay available, stay healthy, as well as, learning how to take care of my body, from early on in my career, being around great veterans and learning about what it's going to take to be a good player in this league. Obviously you can have all the talent in the world, you can work your tail off, but if you're not available on the field and you're hurt, you're constantly in the training room, you'll never be able to continue to get better by getting those reps day in and day out. So I take a lot of pride in that.
Hey, Fred. From the outside looking in, you and George are two of the emotional team leaders for this, organization. One, what type of leader is George in the locker room? And two, where did you develop the leadership skills to lead the defense in and out of battle each and every week?
Yeah, George is an outstanding leader just because of who he is. It's not necessarily, with each guy who I guess is considered a leader on the team, it's not about what you're saying. It's about who you are and how you show up every single day. The consistency that George has shown throughout his career, with the level of play that he's played with, the level of the competitive nature that he brings every single day. Obviously he has a love for the game, a love for life. You see that every single day and how he he operates. But I'm really happy that he's on our team because he does bring up the level of play for everybody. I think that's what a good leader does. For me, I've learned from a lot of great leaders, just like I mentioned before, with guys that I've been around, and I just try to do exactly what I just said: is be consistent day in and day out. I want my work to speak for itself, not just my words. I want people to lead by example.
Hi, Fred. Ricardo Lopez from Mundo NFL. What's the key or the secret to stop an extremely creative play caller as Andy Reid?
Yeah, I guess that's what we're trying to figure out right now, all the way up to Sunday. We're trying to figure out that the answers to that question. And I can speak to Coach Reid, a fellow BYU Cougar. He's been obviously really great in this league for a long time. Creates such unique plays, with his players that he has on his team. And so there's going to be times in the game where we see looks that we haven't seen before, and we just got to play throughout the down. But yeah, we're still working all the way up to Sunday to figure that out.
Hi, Fred. What are some characteristics that Brock Purdy has that you think the whole team benefits from?
There's too many to choose from, honestly. I think the thing that stands out the most about Brock, for us as his teammates is, just the pure humility that he plays with, that he comes to work with every single day. He doesn't let the outside noise affect him any at all. Like, it affects me more than it affects him. Like seeing things that people say about him, but like he's just made of the right stuff. He's focused on the things that are going to allow him to continue to get better in this league. To say that what he's doing right now, you know, in his second year as the last pick of the draft last year is, I mean, you can't say enough about it. It's amazing. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy he's on our team, and he's the reason why we have a chance to win a Super Bowl.
Hey, Fred.
Yep.
So, talk about the value of having Coach Holland, what he's taught you, how he's helped elevate your game over the years, and how having you and Dre Greenlaw, how that kind of maybe helps you open up what you can do on defense.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for Johnny Holland as my linebacker coach. You know, I can't say enough about what he's meant to me and what he's meant to our group. You know, our linebacking group. What he goes through day in and day out, you never know that anything was wrong. Obviously, he has his battle with cancer right now, and you would never know it because of the positivity and the energy that he brings day in and day out. And he's been such a pivotal piece in my development as a player from the moment I got here because he just showed a lot of confidence in me from being a young pup and to being where I'm at now. His thing is about instilling confidence in his players because he sees what confidence can do for bringing a good player and making them great. So he's helped me to achieve the things that I've achieved up to this point. And I think you mentioned something about Dre Greenlaw, and Dre. Again, I can't speak enough about how important Dre is. Like I'm not the player I am without having Dre Greenlaw next to me. You know, he doesn't get the respect or any of the admiration that he deserves, but he doesn't care. All he cares about is playing football, going out there and hitting people, and towing the line. But I love that about him, and I love having that out there on the field with me. He makes our defense way better than if had he not when he's not out there. You know what I'm saying? So really grateful to have him out there. Thanks, guys.